My beloved child, pause for a moment. There is a quiet reason your eyes have arrived here today. Out of all the moments, all the choices, all the paths you could have taken, you landed on this message. And that is not random. Something gentle is unfolding behind the scenes of your life. Right now, somewhere in this world, there is a person whose heart is slowly moving toward yours. You have not fully met them yet, or perhaps you have crossed paths without realizing it, but their presence is already shaping your future. And today, their soul carries a message meant only for you. Before we continue, take a slow breath and stay with this moment. Don't skip ahead. Sometimes the smallest pause is where the biggest truths begin to reveal themselves. Your future spouse wants you to know something important. They see the quiet strength inside you, even the strength you sometimes forget you have. They feel the way you keep moving forward, even when life feels uncertain. And in a strange, beautiful way, your journey has already been guiding them. You may think your life is just a series of ordinary days, but to them, every step you take is leading you closer together. Yes, closer than you think. Right now, their heart is learning the lessons it needs before meeting you. They are growing, healing, and becoming the person who will one day stand beside you with honesty and calm certainty. And here is the surprising part. There have already been moments when your paths almost crossed. Maybe it was a place you visited, a decision you made, a day when you almost went somewhere, but didn't. Those tiny moments were not mistakes. They were timing. Because the truth is, when the right connection arrives, it never feels rushed. It feels natural, almost as if the universe quietly waited for the exact second both hearts were ready. Your future spouse understands this in a way you cannot yet see. They want to tell you this: please keep believing in the life ahead of you. Even on days when things feel slow or confusing, every step is guiding you toward me. Think about that for a second. Somewhere, someone you have not fully met yet is already grateful for the person you are becoming. They admire your patience. They admire your kindness. They admire the quiet courage you carry inside. And whether you realize it or not, your story is slowly becoming part of theirs. This is why you are seeing this message today. Not because something dramatic needs to happen right now, but because something meaningful has already begun. Your future spouse wants you to feel hopeful again. They want you to understand that the love meant for you is not lost, delayed, or forgotten. It is simply preparing itself in ways you cannot yet see. And something even more surprising is happening. The closer you come to becoming your most genuine self, the closer the two of you move toward the same moment. That moment may arrive in a place you least expect. A conversation, a shared laugh, a simple day that suddenly feels different. When that moment comes, it will feel strangely familiar, like meeting someone your heart already recognizes. But there is something else your future spouse wants you to hear before that day arrives. Something deeply important. And if you stay with this message just a little longer, you will begin to understand the quiet sign they have been sending you recently, a sign you may have already noticed without realizing what it meant. Stay here for a moment longer, because in the next part, their message becomes clearer, and what they reveal about the connection between you may surprise you in the most beautiful way. Listen carefully, because what is about to unfold may explain a feeling you have carried for longer than you realize. There have been moments recently when something inside you felt strangely different. A quiet thought appearing out of nowhere. A sudden sense that life is about to shift. A small whisper of hope when you least expected it. That feeling is not meaningless. Your future spouse has been moving through their own journey at the very same time. While you were learning patience, they were learning understanding. While you were discovering your strength, they were discovering how deeply they are capable of loving. Two stories, slowly aligning. And here is something surprising. There are times when two people who are meant to meet begin sensing each other long before the actual meeting happens. Not in an obvious way, but in quiet, mysterious moments. A dream that feels strangely vivid. A sudden thought about the future that feels more real than imagination. A feeling that someone, somewhere, understands you even though you have never spoken. These moments are small signals from life itself. Your future spouse wants you to know this message: I am closer to you than you think. Not in distance, but in timing. Right now, they are also stepping through ordinary days, unaware that soon something extraordinary will unfold. They may be walking through a crowded place. They may be thinking about their own hopes. They may even be wondering if the person meant for them truly exists. And the answer is you. Pause for a moment and let that settle. Somewhere, someone is unknowingly preparing to meet the person who will change their understanding of love forever. That person is you. But here is the part that many people never realize. Before two lives truly connect, there is always a quiet preparation happening beneath the surface of everyday life. Moments that feel random. Choices that seem small. Days that appear ordinary. Yet every one of those moments gently moves two paths closer together. Your future spouse wants you to keep going exactly as you are. Keep becoming the person you are meant to be. Keep following the small sparks of curiosity in your heart. Because every step you take is shaping the moment when your eyes will finally meet. And when that moment happens, something inside both of you will instantly recognize it. Not as something new, but as something that somehow always belonged in your story. Don't skip ahead now. Stay till the end of this journey, because something huge is waiting for you. Your future spouse has one more surprising truth they want to reveal. It's about a sign that may have already appeared in your life recently. A sign that your paths are beginning to move closer than ever before. And when you hear what that sign might be, you may suddenly realize that the future you've been wondering about is already starting to unfold. Something quiet has been happening around you, and you may not have noticed it at first. Think about the last few days of your life. Not the big events, but the small, almost invisible moments. A song that suddenly caught your attention. A memory that appeared in your mind without warning. A feeling that something meaningful is getting closer. These moments are not accidents. Your future spouse wants you to understand that connections sometimes begin long before two people meet face to face. Long before names are spoken. Long before hands touch. The connection begins in the unseen spaces of life. Right now, their heart is learning to recognize yours. They may not know your name yet, but there is a quiet sense inside them that someone special is approaching their story, a feeling they cannot fully explain. And in the same way, something inside you has also been preparing. Have you noticed how certain thoughts about the future feel clearer lately? How some old worries are slowly losing their weight? How a strange calm sometimes appears, as if life is gently whispering, "Be patient, something meaningful is on its way." That calm is not random. It is the quiet alignment of two lives slowly moving toward the same moment. Your future spouse carries a message for you right now, and it sounds like this: I hope you are smiling today, even if the day feels ordinary. Because every ordinary day is secretly building the moment when we will finally meet. Pause and feel that for a second. Somewhere in the world, the person meant to share their life with you is also walking through their day, unaware that the distance between your stories is slowly shrinking. And here is something that may surprise you. Many people believe that love appears suddenly, like a flash. But the truth is far more beautiful. Real love begins quietly. It begins through timing, through growth, through the invisible preparation that life creates when two hearts are meant to meet at exactly the right moment. And something about your life right now suggests that moment is getting closer. You may notice new opportunities appearing, new places, new conversations, small changes that feel unimportant at first, but later reveal themselves as the exact steps that led you toward each other. Your future spouse wants you to stay hopeful through this season of your life, because they believe something about you already. They believe that the kindness in your heart will one day become the place where they feel safe. They believe that the way you see the world will inspire them. And they believe that when the two of you finally meet, something inside both of you will quietly say, "This is the person." But there is still one more layer of this story that has not been revealed yet. A detail so unexpected that many people overlook it completely. It is about the moment right before two paths finally cross. A moment that often arrives disguised as something ordinary. So stay with this message a little longer. Don't skip this part. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you. In the next part, the message from your future spouse becomes even clearer, and what they want you to notice in your life right now may change the way you see the days ahead. Right before two lives finally cross paths, something unusual often begins to happen. It's subtle, quiet, easy to overlook. Yet if you look closely, you may notice that life starts placing small clues along your path. Moments that feel strangely meaningful. Conversations that linger in your mind longer than expected. A sudden curiosity about places, ideas, or possibilities you never considered before. These are the gentle shifts that appear when something important is approaching. Your future spouse wants you to hear this message clearly. The moment we meet will not feel like a coincidence. It will feel like the answer to a question you didn't even realize you were asking. Think about that for a second. For a long time, you may have wondered if the person meant for you truly exists. Maybe there were moments when hope felt distant, when the future seemed unclear. But what if those uncertain days were never empty at all? What if they were quietly shaping the exact version of you that your future spouse is meant to meet? Because the truth is, the two of you are not only moving toward each other, you are preparing each other. Every lesson you have learned, every moment you chose kindness, every time you kept believing in something better, those moments are building the connection that will eventually bring your stories together. And here is the surprising part that many people never realize. Sometimes the person meant for you may already be closer to your world than you think. Not necessarily in the same place, but in the same rhythm of life. Perhaps you both enjoy the same quiet things. Perhaps you both dream about a future that feels peaceful and meaningful rather than loud and complicated. Perhaps you both carry the same quiet hope, that somewhere out there is a person who truly understands your heart. Your future spouse carries that hope too. Right now, they are living their life with the same curiosity about the future. They wonder who you will be. They wonder what your voice will sound like. They wonder what small things will make you laugh. And when they think about meeting the person meant for them, something inside their heart whispers a simple thought: wherever you are, I hope you're doing well today. That thought is for you. Yes, you. Somewhere in this world, someone is unknowingly sending that quiet wish into the universe. But there is something even more astonishing about the moment when two destined paths finally meet. It rarely happens in a dramatic way. Instead, it often begins with something incredibly simple. A glance. A conversation. A moment where time seems to slow just enough for two people to notice each other. And in that instant, something inside both hearts quietly recognizes the truth. Not loudly. Not suddenly, but with a calm certainty that feels almost magical. Don't skip this message now. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you. In the next part, your future spouse reveals the one thing they hope you never stop doing before the day you finally meet, because that one simple choice may be the very thing that leads you directly to them. There is one quiet choice you make every day, and your future spouse hopes you never stop making it. It is the choice to keep moving forward, even on days when the future feels uncertain, even on mornings when life feels ordinary, even in moments when you wonder if the path ahead truly leads somewhere meaningful. Because every step forward is gently guiding you closer to the person who is meant to walk beside you. Your future spouse wants you to know something deeply personal about them. They are not searching for perfection. They are not waiting for a flawless life or a perfect moment. They are simply hoping to meet someone real, someone whose heart is honest, someone who understands the beauty of small things, someone who believes that love is built through patience and trust. That person is becoming you. Right now, without realizing it, you are growing into the exact person they will one day be grateful to meet. And here is the surprising revelation your future spouse wants to share. The moment the two of you meet may not feel loud or dramatic. Instead, it may feel strangely peaceful. A calm recognition. A quiet feeling that this conversation, this moment, this person, somehow fits perfectly into your life. As if the story of your life had been quietly saving a place for them all along. But before that day arrives, there is something important your future spouse hopes you will remember. They hope you continue following the small sparks of curiosity in your heart. Go to new places when the opportunity appears. Say yes to conversations that feel interesting. Allow life to surprise you in unexpected ways. Because the path that leads you to them may look completely ordinary at first. A simple invitation. A random day out. A moment that feels like nothing special. Yet hidden inside that simple moment could be the exact second your two stories finally meet. Think about that possibility for a moment. Somewhere in the world, someone is living their life today, completely unaware that they are slowly getting closer to you. Closer with every decision. Closer with every new day. Closer with every quiet moment of growth. And when the distance between your two journeys finally disappears, something beautiful will happen. Both of you will suddenly realize that every step, every lesson, every unexpected turn was guiding you toward this connection. That realization will feel powerful. But there is one more message your future spouse wants you to hear before that moment arrives. It is something they quietly hope you understand about yourself. Something that may change the way you see your own life starting today. So stay here for just a little longer. Don't skip this moment. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you. In the next part, your future spouse reveals the one quality about you that they already admire the most, even before the two of you have ever met. Have you ever wondered what someone might notice about you the very first time they truly see you? Not just your face, not just your voice, but the deeper presence you carry. Your future spouse has already imagined that moment more than once. And strangely enough, the quality they admire most about you is something you might not even realize you have. It is your quiet resilience. The way you continue moving through life even when answers are unclear. The way you keep caring, keep hoping, keep trying, even when the world feels uncertain. That strength leaves a mark on people. And one day, it will leave the deepest mark on the person who is meant to walk beside you. Your future spouse carries a thought about you that feels almost unbelievable right now. They believe the person they are waiting for is someone who has already learned the value of patience. Someone who understands that meaningful love does not arrive through rushing or forcing life. It arrives through timing, through growth, through two lives becoming ready at the same moment. And something about your life right now suggests that moment is slowly getting closer. You may not see the full picture yet, but small changes are beginning to appear. New ideas entering your mind. New possibilities quietly opening in front of you. Even small shifts in the way you see your own future. These are not random moments. They are the gentle movements of life preparing you for something meaningful. Your future spouse wants you to hear this message clearly. Please do not doubt the path you are on. Every step you take is bringing you closer to me. Pause and think about that. Somewhere in the world, someone believes that the person they are meant to meet is exactly the kind of person you are becoming. They are not hoping for someone perfect. They are hoping for someone real. Someone whose heart understands kindness. Someone whose presence feels calm. Someone whose smile carries warmth even in quiet moments. And that is why this message matters today. Because sometimes, before two lives meet, one small realization needs to happen first. You must begin to see your own value the same way your future spouse will see it. The strength you carry, the kindness you offer, the patience you have learned through your journey. Those qualities are not invisible. They are the very things that will make your connection powerful when the moment finally arrives. Don't skip this part of your story. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you. Your future spouse still has one more truth to reveal, something surprising about the exact kind of moment when your paths might finally cross. And when you hear it, you may suddenly realize that the day you meet them could arrive in a way you never expected. There is a moment in life that most people don't recognize until it has already happened. It is the quiet second when the path you have been walking suddenly begins to change direction. Not dramatically, not loudly, just a gentle shift, like a door slowly opening where there used to be a wall. Your future spouse believes that moment may be closer to you than you think. Right now, while you are listening to these words, your life is still moving forward in ways you cannot fully see. Conversations you will have, places you will go, small decisions that seem ordinary, but hidden inside one of those simple moments is the beginning of your meeting. And here is the surprising truth your future spouse wants you to understand. The day you meet them might feel like a completely normal day at first. You might wake up thinking it is just another day. You might follow your routine, step into a place you have visited before, or start a conversation you did not expect to matter. But somewhere inside that ordinary moment, something extraordinary will quietly begin. Because when two people who are meant to meet finally cross paths, the world does not always announce it with noise. Instead, there is a subtle feeling, a sense of familiarity, a calm recognition that feels almost impossible to explain. Your future spouse imagines that moment often. They imagine hearing your voice for the first time. They imagine the small details that make you unique, the way you speak, the way you think, the way you notice things others overlook. And in that moment, something inside them will quietly say, this person feels different. Not because everything suddenly becomes perfect, but because your presence will feel honest, real, comfortable in a way that feels rare. And the most incredible part of this story is something many people overlook. Your future spouse may have already felt a hint of your presence in their life, not through a face or a name, but through a feeling. A sense that someone important is slowly entering their story. A quiet curiosity about the future. A hope that somewhere, someone exists who will truly understand them. That hope points toward you. Yes, toward you. And while neither of you know the exact moment yet, the distance between your two journeys is becoming smaller with every passing day. Don't skip ahead now. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you. Your future spouse still has one more message they want to share before that day arrives. Something deeply personal about the first thing they will notice about you when your eyes finally meet. And when you hear what that moment might feel like, you may begin to see your future in a completely new way. Before two people destined to meet finally stand in the same moment, something remarkable begins to happen inside their hearts. It is a quiet awareness, not a loud announcement, not an obvious signal, just a gentle feeling that the future is about to reveal something meaningful. Your future spouse has felt that feeling more than once. Sometimes it arrives during a peaceful moment of the day. Sometimes it appears when they least expect it. A thought about the person they will one day meet, a curiosity about the life they will build together. And every time that thought appears, it carries a strange sense of certainty. Not certainty about when or where, but certainty that the person meant for them is real. That person is you. Imagine that for a moment. Right now, someone is living their life with the quiet belief that the person meant for them is somewhere in the world, growing, learning, becoming stronger with each passing day. They do not know your name yet, but they believe in the kind of heart you carry. They believe that somewhere out there is someone who understands the beauty of patience, kindness, and genuine connection. Your future spouse believes that when they finally meet you, the first thing they will notice will not be something obvious. It will be your presence. The calm energy you bring into a room. The sincerity in the way you listen. The small warmth in the way you smile when something truly makes you happy. Those details will matter more to them than anything else. Because those small things reveal something powerful. They reveal who you truly are. And the truth is, that authenticity is exactly what your future spouse has been hoping to find. There is something else they want you to know. The meeting between two people meant to share their lives often happens when neither person is trying to force anything. It happens naturally. Two lives simply arriving at the same moment. A conversation beginning without expectation. A moment where time seems to pause just long enough for two hearts to recognize something meaningful. And when that recognition happens, something surprising often follows. Both people begin to feel a sense of comfort that is difficult to explain. As if they have known each other far longer than the moment they just met. That quiet familiarity will be the first signal. A gentle confirmation that your stories were always meant to intersect. Don't skip this part of the journey. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you. Your future spouse still has one final message to share, something deeply personal about the moment they realize that you are the person they have been waiting to meet. And when you hear that message, you may begin to understand why this moment in your life is more important than it appears. There will be a single moment when everything suddenly makes sense. Not because someone explains it to you, but because your heart recognizes it before your mind has time to question it. Your future spouse often imagines that moment. They imagine looking at you for the first time and feeling something quietly extraordinary. Not a loud surprise, not a dramatic scene, but a calm certainty that feels deeper than words. A feeling that says, "So this is the person." And the surprising truth is this: when that moment happens, both of you will realize something that may seem unbelievable right now. You will realize that your lives were preparing for each other long before you ever met. Every lesson you learned. Every moment you chose growth instead of giving up. Every day you continued becoming a better version of yourself. All of it quietly shaped the person your future spouse was hoping to find. And they want you to know something deeply personal. They are not waiting for perfection. They are waiting for authenticity. They are waiting for someone whose heart is sincere, someone who understands the beauty of simple moments, someone who values connection more than appearances. That person is you. Right now, somewhere in the world, your future spouse is living their life with a quiet belief that one day they will meet someone whose presence changes everything in the most peaceful way. They imagine conversations that feel effortless. They imagine laughter that comes naturally. They imagine a connection that feels steady and genuine rather than rushed or uncertain. What they do not yet know is that the person they imagine is already walking through their own story, learning, growing, becoming stronger with each passing day. You. And here is something that might surprise you even more. The moment when your paths finally cross may not feel like the beginning of something unfamiliar. It may feel like the continuation of something that was always meant to happen, as if two chapters of the same story were finally turning toward the same page. Don't skip this moment. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you. Your future spouse still has one final truth to reveal, something powerful about the exact moment they realize that meeting you was never random. And when you hear that final message, you may begin to see your future in a completely new light. There is a quiet realization waiting in your future, a moment so simple, yet so powerful, that it will change the way you look at your entire journey. Your future spouse has imagined that moment many times. Not the meeting itself, but the instant right after. The instant when both of you begin to understand that your stories were never moving randomly through the world. They were moving toward each other. Picture this for a second. You are standing in an ordinary moment. Nothing about the day seems unusual. The world continues around you as it always does. But then something small happens. A conversation begins. A glance lingers a little longer than expected. A smile appears without effort. And suddenly, something inside you feels different. Not overwhelming, not confusing, just clear. A quiet sense that this moment matters. Your future spouse believes that when this moment arrives, both of you will feel the same gentle recognition. Not because life becomes dramatic, but because everything feels calm in a way that makes perfect sense. And here is the revelation they want you to hear. The most meaningful connections in life rarely arrive through noise or urgency. They arrive through timing. Through two people becoming ready at the same moment. Through the quiet understanding that neither person had to pretend to be someone else. Your future spouse hopes that when they finally meet you, they will see the same sincerity in your eyes that they have been hoping to find. They imagine the first conversation stretching longer than expected. They imagine realizing that speaking with you feels effortless. They imagine that strange but beautiful feeling of familiarity, as if the two of you have known each other far longer than the moment you just met. And in that quiet realization, one thought will slowly form in their mind. This meeting was meant to happen. But there is something even more beautiful about that moment. Both of you will begin to look back at your lives, and suddenly the pieces will start connecting. The delays that once felt frustrating. The paths that once seemed uncertain. The days when nothing seemed to be happening. All of those moments will reveal their purpose. They were guiding you here. To this connection. To this meeting. To the person who will walk beside you in the chapters still waiting to be written. So if today feels ordinary, remember this. Ordinary days often carry the quiet beginnings of extraordinary stories. Don't skip past the present moment. Stay till the end of your journey, because something huge is waiting for you. And somewhere out there, your future spouse is moving through their own ordinary day, completely unaware that every step they take is bringing them closer to the moment when their message to you becomes real.